It was a bright and cheerful morning on Funny Farm. The sun shone warmly over the green fields and a gentle breeze made the flowers dance. Bobby the bunny hopped excitedly outside his cozy burrow. Today was the Funny Hat Parade, and he had made the silliest hat ever, a giant polka-dotted hat with wiggly antennas. But when he reached for it, poof, it was gone. Oh no, my silly hat is missing! Bobby's big eyes widened in shock. Just then, Penny the Parrot fluttered down from a tree. With her bright red, blue and green feathers, she looked like a tiny detective ready for action. "Don't worry, Bobby. Detective Penny is on the case," she chirped. Determined to find the missing hat, they started searching the farm. Their first stop was near Grumpy the goat's wooden shed. Grumpy was always chewing on things, so maybe, just maybe, he had eaten Bobby's hat. Bobby and Penny found Grumpy lounging by the fence, munching on something. Bobby's nose twitched as he hopped closer. "Grumpy, did you eat my silly hat?" Grumpy rolled his eyes and let out a loud burp. "Why would I eat a hat? I only eat socks." He chewed loudly and spit out a piece of pink fabric. Bobby and Penny stared at the soggy pink sock on the ground. "Oh, okay, not the hat," Penny muttered, shaking her head. Just then they heard giggling near the barn. Bobby's ears perked up. Maybe Miss Daisy knows something. They rushed to the barn and stopped in their tracks. There, standing in the middle of the farmyard, was Miss Daisy the cow, and on her head, upside down, was Bobby's missing hat. But that wasn't the funniest part. Inside the hat, nestled like a tiny queen, sat a fluffy little yellow chicken. She clucked happily, completely unaware that she had been part of a great mystery. Miss Daisy chuckled. "Oh dear, the wind must have blown your hat away, Bobby!" And this little chicken thought it was a cosy nest. Bobby, Penny, and even Grumpy, the tiny chicken, flighty chicken, flapped its wings and hopped out of the hat, leaving it safe and sound for Bobby. Finally, the Funny Hat Parade began. Bobby hopped proudly, wearing his silly polka-dotted hat once more. But guess what? The little chicken refused to leave and happily sat inside it, riding along like a parade queen. Penny fluttered in the air, balancing a teacup on her head. Grumpy walked beside them, still looking grumpy, but now with a pink sock perched on his horns. Miss Daisy swayed gracefully with a flower pot on her head. Confetti filled the sky and the farm was filled with laughter. It was the funniest hat parade ever. And so on Funny Farm, a lost hat turned into the best adventure of the day. Sometimes losing something leads to the silliest, most wonderful surprises.